Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Layer. Of course, I am Chris Chaos, here with a randomness of Wrestlemania, I guess you could say. This is the first year since I've been on YouTube that I haven't done several videos leading into WrestleMania. Now, there's still 8 days left. Well, 7 days, because this probably won't go up until Sunday. So I could end up doing more videos. But I doubt it. I'm a lot busier now. I just don't have the time. I have things going on. Anyway, I did want to sit down and try to... I'm not going to break down everything. But I'm going to talk a little bit about each match and what I think. And what I think might happen as of right now. But no bold predictions. Chaos Predicts will be uploaded on probably Friday or Saturday of this coming week. You'll just have to stay tuned and follow me on Twitter. As always, at TheAnswerChaos. And I'll let you know. But as for right now, let's just run through the card. There's 10 matches announced for WrestleMania. I'm hoping that they announce the Divas title match, Caitlyn defending against AJ. I doubt that that's going to happen, though. But there's still Monday Night Raw in 2 days, so who knows? Who knows what's going to happen on Raw? I think that they should. I think they should, but I think they won't. The 8-person intergender tag team, it just is what it is. This is just another one of those filler matches. The real reason this is happening is because I guess WWE didn't feel confident enough. I got a message. Didn't feel confident enough in doing Cameron and Naomi versus the Bella Twins, and I don't blame them one bit. I actually approve this message or this match because of that, because I would hate to see that. I would hate to see what that would look like, especially at WrestleMania. Face is over probably. Fandango and Chris Jericho, I really feel bad for Johnny Curtis. I really do. I was so excited for his debut, and I have been for a long time. He's been in developmental for years, and they just can't come up with anything, and then they give him this. Now, granted, this is a great character. It is. I will hand it to him. It's a great gimmick, but when you've already got like 5 other people that have dancing characters, I mean Cameron and Naomi. The Bellas dance, some when they do their little entrance. R-Truth dances before, after, during matches. Brodus Clay and now Tensai. Don't get me fucking started on what they did with Tensai. You should all know how I feel about that. Whatever. Jericho's gonna put Fandango over probably. That's how I feel in his debut. Because they wouldn't do all of this and all this build for him not to win. That's how I feel now. Let me get back with you at the end of the week if anything changes. Ryback versus Mark Henry. This is, it is what it is. It's a good match. I wish they would have had more of a build up to it to make it mean more. But anyway, Ryback wins. I'm pretty sure. The 6-man tag, which I as a fan want to see because I am thoroughly invested in the Shield. I mean, I am that guy that tweets hashtag believe in the Shield and I joke about it. If something happens in life, I am one of those guys, and I know my buddy E is that same way. Shout out Eugene. My buddy Matt is the same way. Something happens and then we'll tweet believe in the Shield. Hit the lights, cue the music. Believe in the Shield. I really want them to go over as just my personal opinion. I just really want them to go over. But I think that, I don't know. The rumor is Randy Orton is going to turn heel. I think Randy's going to turn heel, cost the match, and Show's just going to knock everybody out. That's how I would book it and have the Shield go over. That's how I would book it, but I don't think that's going to happen because they keep pushing the Randy heel turn off, so I don't know. I figure it'll probably come later, like on SmackDown sometime. Triple H and Lesnar, we just know that Triple H is going over. I'm not invested in this like I really wish I was because it's Lesnar. I'm just going to be honest. I want to be really invested because Triple H has always been my guy since he came to the WWE. Well, now I'll be honest. He's not been my guy since day one. But, because when I was younger, I didn't like it. I made fun of his character, the little bow that he used to do, which I now think was just fucking brilliant. But I'm just not into it like I need to be. I really wish I was, but because it's Brock Lesnar, I don't give a shit. I just don't. And that's just me being honest. The Intercontinental title match, I think, is going to be the best match on the card, and here's why. The best actual from bell to bell match on the card. Wade Barrett, I equate Wade Barrett to like a Stone Cold type because he's such a technical brawler in the ring and everything flows so good. Miz, on the other hand, is kind of a little bit of everything. He's really kind of like The Rock in he has a little bit of technical, he has a little bit of that brawler mentality, and if you don't see it, you're fucking blind. And he has all these different variables, like The Rock has, and has had for years. And everything should just, I envision this match, everything just flowing perfectly. Everything flowing perfectly. Now, what the hell do I know? Oh yes, that's right, I know a lot. Trust me when I say this should be. I see, oh, by the way, Triple H going over. And I think Miz wins the Intercontinental title. Because I think Vince is going to give it to him because of all the work he's put in the last year. And he definitely deserves it. He deserves another big WrestleMania moment. Although it's not going to be a huge WrestleMania moment, it's still going to be a nice, good WrestleMania moment. Him winning the title, going over, going out as champ. Dolph Ziggler, Big E Langston, Team Hell No. As a fan, I love this. I want to see this match. I'm enthralled, if you will. I want. I want to see. First off, I'm split on this because I like the way Team Hell No is put together because it makes no sense on paper. If you looked at it on paper, it makes no sense. And a lot of people, when I say I get pissed off about what they do to Tensai, some people will say, well, how come you don't like how come you're not hating on what they did with Kane? Kane's had a long career. Kane is, not to say Kane is about to ride off into the sunset like The Undertaker probably is, but Kane's had a long career, so he's gotten to the point now where he can do this little funny stuff, and the people will react to it the way that the writers want them to, and the way he wants them to with the way he's doing it. And Daniel Bryan is the perfect fit for it. I never thought I would say that. I never thought it would be true, but it's just the perfect fit. I see new tag team champions, and I also see Ziggler cashing in the Money in the Bank, because I think they're going to milk that for as much as they can, considering he's had the briefcase since July. The Punk Taker match, look, this is the best story on the card. Raw emotion. Punk has that ability. And look, I learned this years ago when I watched Shane Douglas do an interview. I believe it was on the Hardcore one of the hardcore, not the hardcore homecoming, but the hardcore, whatever the hell it was, where they broke down the history of ECW from the side and a lot of things that WWE didn't cover in the rise and fall of ECW. You know, and he talked about, and I think this is where I heard it. It might not have been. I might have just seen it on YouTube somewhere. Talking about him getting white heat. And what that means is, for people that are not in the know, if Punk would have done what he did when Taker was doing that tribute to Paul Bearer, if he would have done that at an indie show somewhere, there could have been a riot. There quite possibly would have been a riot. And I've always loved that, you know, Punk is able to just grab you, just pull you in. You're going to pay attention to this, and you're not going to like it, and you're going to hate it, and you're going to hate me, because that's the way it's supposed to work. Brilliant! By the way, I also think that Punk was not supposed to drop the urn. I think he did that on purpose. But that could have been taped, and they could have done it over. I don't know that was live. But I think it was, and I think that he wasn't supposed to drop it, but he did, and it made the segment even better. Undertaker wins. They're not breaking the streak. World Heavyweight title, Dario wins. I really was hoping this would be a better storyline than what it is. It just, all the elements were there. It's just that it just wasn't delivered. It just wasn't delivered the way I wanted it to. So it's not been an epic fail, but it has been, in my book, a failure from what I thought it would be. Tweeting during Elimination Chamber, I'm thinking, if Swagger wins, this is going to be a great feud going in. And it's been a good feud. It's just not been as good as I thought, because they haven't delivered on it like I thought they would. Anyway, Cena, Rock, Cena wins. And that's really all I got to say about that. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to look at the good. Look, and I have ridiculed WWE for the past several weeks, saying that WrestleMania is no good. I'm not going to buy WrestleMania. And I'm not. I am not putting down $65 to watch WrestleMania, because I don't think it's worth it. I'm not supporting Vince in bringing back The Rock, in bringing back The Undertaker, in bringing back even Triple H and Brock Lesnar to do WrestleMania when they've got guys on their roster that could bring it, and it would still sell. It's WrestleMania. It's going to sell. It's going to do numbers, regardless of who's headlining. They think, oh, it's going to sell so much more because The Rock's... No. I don't believe that. And nobody can make me believe it. That's my opinion on it. WrestleMania is going to sell because it's WrestleMania. It's Wrestle-fucking-mania. It's going to sell. Hashtag, it's Wrestle-fucking-mania. Somebody do that. Anyway. You have to look at the good and the bad. As an avid fan, taking my personal feelings out of it, the card looks good. The card looks good. It's a WrestleMania quality card from the storylines and everything. But I'm not putting the money down on it for my personal reasons. I'm just not going to do it. So there you have it. A little 15-minute video. This will end up being close to it. Those are my thoughts on WrestleMania. Could it have been better? It can always be better. It can always be better. But it's not. Again, this is just my opinion. I mean, what the hell do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet talking to probably 15 or 20 people that are going to watch this video. What the fuck do I know? And I can already see the comments now. Nothing, Chaos. You don't know nothing. Well, that's because you're not paying attention. Anyway. Until next time. That's all I have. So, as always, deuces and Chaos is out.